Welcome back to Becoming a Rich Artist. Today we're going to be doing figure drawing again, and this is probably going to be for a little while. Eventually though, I will start studying the torso and neck. Still haven't watched the video on it, but I might do that today actually. Not on camera though. I'll do those studies separate and then I can practice on camera. So I'm just going to start with some heads to warm up. Not even warm up, just to start with this. I don't actually warm up, which I have a bad tendency of doing that with everything, like working out. I don't warm up. Like I don't do my stretches. With drawing, I don't warm up. I just normally get into it. I don't really see it as a bad thing either, because like, as long as I'm able to perform, it doesn't really matter, does it? Maybe it would enhance my performance, but I don't really know until I try that. I'm going to continue drawing these heads too, just to keep that skill. Not like I'm going to completely forget just by drawing bodies, but still want to get better at this at the same time. Shit. That doesn't look good. I'm trying not to be too detailed with this, so I don't waste time. One thing I've been keeping constantly in my head is that even though I'm practicing and I need to practice, I still should find some time to draw what I want to draw. Which I am doing it to a degree, but I don't want to be stuck in just practice mode all the time, because then I'll never actually draw the stuff I want to. I just know for now, practice is what's going to be important for me, and it's also been more fun because I'm learning stuff. I just know I don't want to get caught in what they call tutorial hell. Okay, looking like something. Need to get better with my lines and be mindful not to go over the same ones over and over again. Makes it look like I don't know what I'm doing. Ooh, go. I think head shapes are so weird to draw for me as of now. Well, this looks pretty good. Just filling his hair. Yeah, a little bit of detail. This is why I need to practice the neck. I can't even draw down here because it just looks weird to me. That looks good. Cool. Draw another one. Oh, you try these extremely side profile ones. Wait. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Oh. I normally put where their ear is so like I don't. So I do the proportion right, yeah. Because if I don't, I'll lose complete proportion of the head. Yeah. There you go, something like that. Oh. Now I've been wondering what I should be saying during these times that I'm drawing. Because sometimes I just want to focus on what I'm doing. But I also draw outside of these videos too. Of course, it's not just the drawings I'm doing for the videos and that's it. Because that wouldn't be, I mean, it would be enough practice for someone that's just, doing this as a hobby. But like, I mean, I am doing it as a hobby now, but I want this to be the main thing I'm doing with my life day to day. So I need to be drawing more. So I could just talk a lot more and not worry about practice so much during these videos and just kind of, talk about something random in relation to this still, of course. But yeah, I could talk more and then just practice more intensely off camera. Or I could just treat this as a practice too and not talk as much. It would turn more into an ASMR, I guess, type of thing where we're just listening to the pencil. But that might not be such a bad thing either. Those are the little things I think that stop a lot of people, and maybe even myself before, from doing something like this where I track my drawing through videos. I got his head proportion off. Just the little things like, oh, what do I do this for this? What do I do for that? I kind of just wanted to get rid of that feeling. And that's why I just started, even though I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm not sure what feels right. Past few videos, I've been talking and I felt pretty comfortable, but it could have been what I was just doing. I think a tactic I want to try is we tend to talk in our head a lot, and I kind of want to just put my thoughts more outward, externally, instead of just keeping them in my head. So anything I'm thinking, I want to just say it. So it almost becomes a video log of my, not just my progress, but my thoughts during my progress. What I was thinking at the time. I just think it'd be a good thing to look back on when I am, extremely good. This one, the neck looks off, but I don't know, it doesn't look bad. Okay. I think that's enough for the faces for now. Let's go to the figure drawing. Let's see. Figure drawings are cool, or gesture drawings, I should say. I don't even know if there's a difference between those two. Figure drawing and gesture drawings. Because we have things like, let's do an example. Like this, we may have this, I would call a gesture drawing right here, where it focuses on the gesture, as in the name. So I might use a stick figure to exemplify that. So this would be like a gesture drawing, somewhat. Proportion's way off, but you get the gist. And then in figure drawing, I would think maybe it's a similar thing. But it might have more form. I don't know. Maybe using more shapes to signify it. I don't know if that's how, if artists separate it or if it's the same thing. but it definitely feel like different practices. Because this defines what we're looking at a little bit more than the other one. This might be just the same thing, honestly. This just takes longer, but you can see it more. I don't know, I like this. And it looks like this. I feel like the proportion is really good on this one too. Just obviously the head would be bigger than this, but yeah, I feel like this might be better to do. I mean, the stick figure is good, but I think this is more like very, I'm a beginner, but this is very beginner. Like this was good for the speed ones. Or maybe this is just good in general for like a general outlay. Like I could have done that, but then put this over. Not sure that. I think maybe that might be good. It's just having this as a stick figure, the base, and then put this over top. Because that easily could have been this. Right here. Like that would have been the same thing. It's just with a stick figure, it's hard to get that proportion right. Because that looks way different than this. Maybe not too different, it's just a little bit smaller. But yeah, that's something I haven't really figured out. What's the difference? It might be just more beneficial for me to do this because this actually uses the volumes and I can use, a little bit of perspective in this too, depending on the pose, to actually get something that's a bit more, that forces a bit more perspective. So I have this one of someone sitting. Okay. I have this one of someone sitting, and we'll do this one. Let's do this in the middle of the page, just because it's easier. So this one there. Head is sideways. Yeah, okay. That's enough for me to go off. Neck is behind that. I'll just do the torso. Kind of cut it off where the shoulder meets. Create another. Okay, right here, the arm is going forward, so I can kind of use some perspective right there. Need to get the legs in, so the hip is right here. This leg is going up. This is a bit more detailed, so you see how this is taking me a bit longer than just a 1-minute sketch for a figure drawing, the ones I was doing yesterday, or gesture drawings. They may just serve different purposes because this is taking a bit longer. It's not always black and white. With a lot of stuff in, not to sound so freaking woke, but a lot of stuff in life, it's not black or white. It's very non-binary, the things in life. So, example that I'm using, gesture drawing and figure drawing. The gesture drawings are quicker to do than these figure drawings. But that doesn't mean that's the best way. And because these are more detailed, and they're slower, that doesn't mean this is the best way either. It might be just both. If I have a mixture of both, then that may be the best. Of course, the ratio, that's what makes it confusing. It's like, okay, well, if they're both the right thing to do, what's the ratio I should do them at? Well, then that's something you have to play with and figure out, unless you have, an expert tell you exactly. That's why they have courses and stuff, so you can figure that stuff out even faster. But the ratio at what you do them is actually going to matter, not which one you do. Okay, so this came together well. Oh, see, that actually looks like a whole body. Like that right there is the structure for a good drawing. Like once I get the anatomy down, I can overlay the anatomy. Like I can see his shoulders like freaking bulging. It's like something that simple. I'd go over on a drawing and just kind of draw that in with all the tendons and everything that I see. And you do that for the whole thing, you have an entire body. So yeah, these kind of serve a purpose, but it's not the only thing I need to do. I think this one and gesture drawing I need to do. They both have their place. Gesture drawings might be more of a warm-up thing because it's just so simple. I can do like 5 for 5 minutes just to warm up, even for 10 minutes if I allow myself the time. And then get into some more detailed stuff like this. Then get into some anatomy. In fact, I can even write this out right now for a warm-up. I can break it down. Gesture drawings. Oh, let me just put, everything is drawing, so I don't need to add drawing. Gesture, figure, anatomy, studies. Technically, if I put all these 3 together, I could, in theory, make a good human body over time if I keep learning these things. So, I think next time, implement this a bit more and go through maybe entire session of this, gesture, figure, and then doing some anatomy studies as well. So that may be the structure of the following videos for the next, well, I don't give myself a time limit. I kind of go drawing the same thing until I get it, just as I did with the heads. I kind of get heads now, so then I moved on. I don't know it perfectly, but I know it enough where I could do stuff like this and copy from reference. Because now at this point, all I have to do is keep copying from reference, studying what I'm doing wrong, and over time it'll get better. So that's it for today. Just basically made a game plan for the next few months, however long it's going to take me to learn all the anatomy from the human body. And yeah, that's the game plan. We'll follow with that structure tomorrow. So I'll see you then.